Good morning, everybody. Got your coffee? I got mine. So I know I'm late this morning, right? Man, I was up to 4:30 this morning reading a book. It's a fluff piece, but shit, it is entertaining. Man, I can't wait to finish up this video so I can get right back to it. Man, Don took a lift this morning. I was like, I've been up all night. I can't do it. And I said, oh, and by the way, go open the pantry up for the school kids because they're going to be looking for for breakfast. And they were. I got the alert as soon as they hit it. I stocked the pantry up really good yesterday. Really good, right before I locked it up. And I kid you not, after I finish up this video, I have to go redo the pantry right now. We're getting so many unhoused people. And when I tell you unhoused people, we get unhoused people of all racial backgrounds. We get black, we get white. As a matter of fact, and this is just a true story, I get more white unhoused people than I do black unhoused people. And then of course I get Asian, I get Latino. Their community, because their community obviously is very lacking in resources because this country isn't paying enough attention to this issue. So when they find a resource like that, they don't gatekeep. They don't gatekeep the resource. Remember when I told you about those two teenage girls yesterday? That was one of the things that they were saying. She was like, and girl, he didn't even tell me this was here. So I guess the two teenage boys, I forgot to mention that, got some kind of, they know the two teenage girls that were here yesterday. And she's like, because they were complaining about the boys not telling them about the pantry. Okay. But when you are, and I've worked with, I've done advocacy work for unhoused people. And when you are in that kind of a situation, it is so crucial to have access to resources. And so they share with each other. And I'm just going to tell you, honey, my people, black people, I'm talking to you right now. Stop gatekeeping shit from other black people. Stop. There is enough to go around. There is. Whether it's a resource like this, whether it's a job, whether it's some money, whether it's business. During Black Wall Street, it was not uncommon to see 2-3 different bakeries on like the same within a 1-mile radius. Same with shoe repair or a record store, a music store, or a bakery. And when we had too much business, we say, go see Miss Henrietta up the way. This shit with gatekeeping resources, we have really got to stop doing that. And we have got to learn how to share and serve each other. Okay? Because one of the issues with us is our internalized racism demands that we move like other people. And we're not like other people, which is the reason why we don't even put ourselves in the whole POC category. We say BIPOC or black or in other people of color. So if we know enough to know that we are different, we have to peel back those layers and understand how we are different. And when we do that, we can better learn how to support one another. We really, really can. I mean, we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing and how are we making a difference in our community? How are we serving our community? Yesterday, that video that I did, the thing about these heavy conversations and these very nuanced conversations is not everybody going to be ready for them. And I accept that because listen, baby, the way I'm not fixing to try to help you love being black, that's some shit you got to work out. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. Whatever your issues are with being black, maybe, baby, go see somebody. Go see somebody. A spiritualist, a healer. I mean, hell, even church, if that'll do it for you. find a community of black people. Because yesterday when I talked about that, the one part about black women in bonnets, and a black man came into the comments. And and again, black people, because of internalized racism, we don't realize how anti-black a lot of us are. We are. Because if you don't check that shit in yourself, if you won't do that shadow work, and that's the thing about shadow work, I must say, it's not for the faint at heart. That's soldier work. It is. Because shadow work will make a soldier out of you. It really, really will. It changes you. It does. When you start to really take a real good look at yourself, your inner self, and question why it is you do the things you do, and you have problematic thoughts, because we all do. Sometimes in order to make myself feel better about my problematic thoughts, I call them intrusive thoughts. Another word, but the same issue. But I am someone that will say, that was problematic what you're thinking right now, and where did that shit come from? And then I will sit back with myself and I will do that inner work in order that I can be better. I will check the shit out of myself. And I am great at that. It's called self-correction. And you will never learn to self-correct if you don't address the issues that are inside of you, your thinking, your behavior, all that shit. And it's hard work. It's not, I've been doing it for years. It's not easy. But I promise you it is worth it, and so are you. But he said, telling women dressing trashy or something like that, or looking like garbage or something like that, isn't policing black people. He said something about his uncle wouldn't even let a woman that was wearing a bonnet into his car. Now, I don't know how the fuck his uncle came into this conversation, and I can't tell you what he said after that, because it was quite a long paragraph, and I think I read like 2 sentences before I just blocked him, because I don't give a fuck about whatever your issue is, sir. But I will, and not only that, but here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about your uncle. I don't give a fuck about your uncle's car, and I don't give a fuck about you. Not really. Go fix yourself, because it's not up to the black community to fix you. It's not up to black women to fix you. I don't care enough about you to go back and forth with you. I promise you that I don't. I accept that you're problematic. I accept that you're ignorant. And I accept that I have to move on from you. And even if you are not mature enough, emotionally intelligent enough to move on from this platform that is pro-black, allow me to help you out with that. I am thrilled to do it. I love the block button. I really do. That video, I was telling black people that white people do not own us. They do not control us. They don't get to tell us how to exist. But then you've got misogyny, and that falls up under racism and white supremacy. It's all up under that umbrella of white supremacy, misogyny. And yes, women, we have to work on our internalized misogyny, but so do black men. Y'all have to work on deconstructing y'all misogynoir. Because y'all misogyny is different, is definitely different than the misogyny that comes from white men. It's all problematic, mind you, but y'all got y'all special brand of that shit. And that's why we don't refer to it as misogyny when it comes to you all. We refer to it as misogynoir. Just like white people do not own black people, black men do not own black women. We are literally allowed to not give a collective fuck about what your feelings are, about what we have on our head, what we wearing, how we look, what we weigh, what we say. Y'all don't own us neither. And y'all got it fucked up in y'all heads because y'all so busy trying to move like white men because of your internalized racism coupled with your misogynoir that you think that you are entitled to control us. And truth be told, and I'm not going to hold back here, that's why one of y'all kill one of us every 4.5 hours. It all goes back to the way y'all think y'all are entitled to control black women. The same way white men think that they are entitled to control white women. Their bodies, how much they can make at work. You know, how successful they are allowed to be. And they do. And trust me, white men do horrible things to white women. And y'all follow their lead. There are going to be some women who are going to be doormats. There are going to be some women who are going to be pick-me's. Go find those bitches. Because I don't give a fuck. And then let me tell you about another problematic type of black person. Is that black person, again, I can't believe I get so many of these types of black people. That when you talk about internalized racism, how they always somehow work into the conversation how black people have been more harmful to them in the course of their life than white people have. Why the fuck are you here? This is a pro-black platform. If you feel that white people are better to you and better for you, go find you some white people to play with. Seriously, I'm not fixing to coddle your feelings either. I'm not fixing to talk you into the goodness of black people. If you got to be talked into the goodness of black people and you have really let society convince you that white people are better for you than black people are, your head's so fucked up. It ain't no way in the world I can untangle all them goddamn knots. You fucked up. I can't help you. Why are you here? Move it along. Go find you a therapist. Get you some help. I am not help. I am the woke gardener. I am not help. I can't help you. Leave. And then I have these really nuanced, again, conversations. And then you get these white people, all these white people that think that they're not actual racists. And they think that they're just so clever and that they can fool all of us. Yeah, I'll give it to you. You can fool some of those unconscious black people. But not all of us are unconscious. And not all of us are as dumb as you have been trained to believe that we are. In fact, most of us are not. And we see through your performative bullshit. As one white lady said, I come from a diverse community and I love my diverse community. And maybe one day you all over here can learn how to be diverse too. And then she's got the little, what do you call it? The little namaste yoga emojis. The way I laughed out loud. Because I really truly bet she does not believe that she is not a racist. The act in and of itself, coming onto a pro-black platform, telling a black woman that I am not allowed to center her community and her performative bullshit, and that I'm not allowed to tell Mexicans you need to go home because most of these people out in California don't even deserve for you to risk your whole life for them and their things. The truth is the truth. Fuck your feelings. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. It really is. I don't struggle with the truth. I really don't. It is what it is. Ask yourself why you struggling with it. No matter what you say, a racist gonna racist. That's why I just block them. I ain't talking to them none neither. Can I be honest? Let me be honest. When I encounter racist white people, you know how I feel about them. And I don't mean to be gross here, but this is just the only way that I could really describe what goes on inside my head when I encounter like racist white people. Whether they are overt racist or covert racist, it really doesn't matter. I treat them all the same. Racism is racism. And I can see it, I can hear it, and not only that, but my spirit can feel it. Because I'm connected to my ancestors and my spiritual self. I can feel it. It's you really can't you just can't hide that shit from me. I can literally feel it. Even through a phone, I can feel it. The way you write, what you say, how you phrase it, how you moving. I know. I can tell you, like right now, there is a white woman that I know I'm going to block eventually. I said it like 2 months ago. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to eventually block her. She don't know it, but I do. Because her mask going to slip so far one day that I'm going to feel really good when I block her. or him. You can't hide from all of us. You can hide from some of us, but you can't hide from all of us. We know. We really, really do know. And those white people who think that they're not racist, they are really some dangerous. But anyway, let me tell you how I feel about that. You know, like how, like, say when you're in a park or someplace, you know, and you're taking a walk or someplace, and so how some of these people, they walk their dogs and they don't pick up their poop. And so you see the pile and you look at it and you're like, that's disgusting. And you avoid it because you don't want shit on your shoe. You don't want to track it in your car. You don't want to track it in your house. You don't want it on. You don't want anything to do with it because it's just nasty and gross and it's disgusting. And nobody wants to step in shit. That's literally the way I feel about racists when I encounter them. I feel like they are piles of shit. Literal piles of shit. And whenever possible, I avoid piles of shit. And a block button is the easiest way to do that. You're never going to get me to engage with you back and forth in my comments. You're not worthy of it. My time, my energy, my acknowledgement, nothing else. You're just not worth it. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I don't. That's not all I want to say today, because I really should have started off saying, you know, how actually grateful I am today. I was so grateful about having a community that came together to help all these people that need this help out at this pantry. And I thought I was going to sleep in a little bit because I was up all night. But there's this cat that comes up to me every time she's in the area and she notices I'm filling up that pantry. And she meows and I go, okay. And I pop open a can of cat food for her and she eats it right out of the can. But today, this morning, I wasn't out there to unlock the pantry. That's usually when she catches me. She does catch me sometimes in the afternoon. So I'll be damned. She was not outside my bedroom window. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Meowing. So I got up and gave her some cat food. I'm grateful that I could do it. I am. I'm grateful that that pantry is doing what we set out to do. I'm always still just blown and overwhelmed at how many people came together to make that happen. So much generosity. And I wish I had access to you people in my real life, but I'll take this if that's all I can get, you know? Just goes to show you that kindness is not dead. I mean, we need more of it. We need more people who are kind, but I'll take what I can get. Speaking of kind, some people sent some love my way because I spoke on my desire to just take my e-reader to a room for my birthday, which is next weekend. For those of you all who were confused about that. And I'm checking in on my actual birthday. I'm going to spend 2 days. I'm thinking about adding a third day. I don't know. You know, it just depends. And you all came together and all of the birthday messages that you sent along with those Cash Apps and the Venmos. And it allowed me to get another day. And not only that, but I can have dinner and lunch at some more upper scale restaurants. I can have drinks, you know, for those days, you know. I was going to just hit a deli, you know, because I don't plan on going out of my room too much anyway, because the whole point is to be in solitude and read. But I will treat myself to a really good birthday meal and drinks. I really will. So with that said, thank you, Regina, and thank you, Gail, and thank you, Lynetta. I appreciate y'all so much. This type of generosity, it never ceases to amaze me. I went to go get an update over on the for the Ben family over on GoFundMe. And again, I see so many of your names. Kimmy, I saw you. You said I can call you Kimmy. I saw your name. So many names. Jacqueline. Just so many people. Lisa. Oh my God, Maria. Just so many people, y'all. And just giving whatever y'all can. Keeping this family in prayer and supporting them. And if you're on the fence and you say like you only have $10 or $20 and you're on the fence, definitely give them the money. I'm going to be okay on my birthday. But definitely give them the money. Okay, because they need it more. She said that her family found a hotel. They're going to be there, like they got it for a week. They found a vehicle big enough so that they can all get around. She said they are just now getting to the point where they can rest now, finally, as they are exhausted. And I know that feeling, the exhaustion that comes with dealing with something so devastating. And they are being supported. And even GoFundMe.org did their part and donated $1,000. So, thank you. Have a good day.